I get that you've been hurt. I understand that you've probably had that one too many experiences with the opposite sex that has made you lose hope on whether you'll find your person, whether you'll have that fulfilling relationship where you don't feel insecure and you don't need to ask for reassurance. Well, I promise you, it is already yours. You just don't know how to claim it yet, and I'm going to help you with that. And so first, we have to learn how to trust again, to which there's a 4-stage process to this. So let's get into it. The first stage is you need to forgive. We can't move on and move forward until we accept and forgive for what's happened. There is no way around it. And I get you might think, but I can't forgive him. I just can't. What they did was unforgivable. It cost me too much hurt and pain for me to just let go. And I hear you completely. But let me tell you something. Forgiving isn't for them, it's for you. When we're not forgiving someone, we are holding on to that negative energy in our body and in our mind. And that energy will affect other parts of your life, especially in your love life. It's an energetic wound that will bleed onto others. I'm not saying to forget it happened. I'm saying to release that energy that you're holding on from it. Because if you haven't forgiven and let go of that energy in you, it doesn't matter how great a guy is that comes along. If you've not released the energy and let go, you will either repel him or not recognize how great of a match he is for you. And you will let that great guy pass you by. You will let that great potential pass you by. All the while only continuing to see and recognize the bad men, because that is through the lens in which you're currently seeing the world. The second stage is to heal. Healing can only happen once you've forgiven. This is focusing your energy on yourself. It's looking inwards instead of outwards. And this looks like things like self-love for you that takes care of your spirit, whether that's taking yourself on a solo holiday, starting that training boot camp to get your fitness where you've always wanted it to be, or starting that salsa class that you always wanted to do, spending time with loved ones. It's funny because when we get a physical wound, the body heals itself, right? We don't have to consciously think about sending the red blood cells there, forming a protective layer while the repair happens. Yeah, sure, we may be conscious and aware of taking care of it, which provides the best environment for our bodies to heal it. But ultimately, the body does it itself. Yet, when it comes to energetic wounds, just because we can't physically see it, we tend to not focus on it, which is almost backwards because this is the type of wound we have to focus on. If we don't focus our energy on it, then that wound, it never heals. That's how something could have happened to someone 10 years ago, and it still influences and negatively impacts the relationships they have today. And it manifests itself through insecurity, through controlling behavior, through distrust and trust issues, through self-sabotage. This is an energetic wound, and so to heal, you need to focus your energy there. Otherwise, it will forever remain there. Hey, you know me, I always want to give great value. And so as a thank you for watching this episode, I want to give you the secret sauce that makes a man want to desperately commit to a woman. It's not great sex, and it's not how hot you are. It's the value you bring outside of the bedroom, which is why I'm giving you my guide, the 5 feminine ways to add value to a man's life that makes you irreplaceable to him. Absolutely free. Just click the link below and it's yours. Now back to the video. Next step is to rebuild trust. This isn't to rebuild trust with men. This is to rebuild trust with yourself. When we get to the point of not trusting men as a whole, it's because a woman has had several bad experiences with multiple men. Now, does this mean that most men are like the ones she's dated? Not by any means. Believe it or not, most men are actually really decent human beings, but it is in the men she's choosing that have been hurtful for her. And so subconsciously, she's lost trust in her decision-making when it comes to choosing a man. And so to protect herself, because she doesn't know how to recognize a good, faithful man from a bad one, she applies the most men are trash mentality. But this mentality lacks a level of accountability. Not that she should be accountable for how the men treated her. Of course, that's on them. But if we know that 3% of the population are narcissists, yet she's saying that 80% of men she's dated is from that 3% pool of people who are narcissists, there's a heavy selection bias as to why she's getting the outcome that she is. This is where she has to learn how to choose men, what to look for in a man to be open to building with, because she's been choosing men who aren't looking to build, but are only looking to take. If you want to know how to choose men and what the right and wrong things to look out for on whether a guy is worth it or not, you get all of this in my Claim Your Man program in the description below. So just sign up today and it's all yours. And the 4th stage is know who to take risks with. In order to build trust, you have to give the opportunity for someone to build trust with you, to prove that they are who they say they are. This comes with risk, because the risk is this person might let you down. This person might not show up the way that they said they would. However, this person might be the amazing person you've been looking for. They may be integral, intentional, and wanting to not just desire you, but to choose you. Remembering the difference between wanting you and choosing you. Wanting is indulgence for him, which usually looks like easy sex and validation. Choosing is investing his time, his thoughts, and his emotions into a relationship you're both building together. The natural conclusion we can get to when we've been hurt is, okay, I'm not taking any more risks. But all that does is block love and connection from entering your life. It's about knowing who to take that risk with. Step 3, knowing how to choose. And then having that little courage to allow this person to prove they are who they say they are, one step at a time. Well, thanks for tuning in. And if you're ready to take your love life to the next level, then be sure to join the Kit Angels community in the link below. Let's stay connected. See you next time.